session, we're going to still talk about HTML, CSS, and we're going to do a couple more things and talk about assignment for the next session. Okay, so we have our very basic page, and what we very often do with the pages like this, we just add some graphics, some pictures. So let's go ahead and put the graphic here. So first of all, let's make sure we have something to use, okay? And we have our folder, so let's create a new folder here and call images, okay, just for the sake of cleanliness and or like structure. And let's put some image inside. Okay, I have one here called logo.png. Okay, so let's go ahead and include that picture under Hello World. So go here and say EMG src, so for source, and we say images slash logo.png. Okay, save that and refresh our home page, and there we go, we have the logo here. Okay, but we want this logo to be in the middle, right? So we would like to centralize all the images. So how about we just include it in a special folder or special container for images, and so we can use it later. And we call it div. Actually, let's close the div just below our image, and we give it the class images. Okay. Go back to our style sheets and define that class images. You say text, align, center. Okay, and we'll see if that changed anything. There we go, it sits right in the middle of the page. Now, this is the first time we actually use the class, and let's talk for a second what's the difference between the tags, the HTML tags and styling IDs and classes. What's the difference between them? Well, the first difference is if you're styling the tags, the HTML tags, you are styling them all on the page, because every heading, every list item, every header is only one in our page, but every unordered list will get the style if you apply it directly. Okay. If you use ID, well, ID is meant to be used only once per page. So if you have a page, there's only one ID menu. Okay, you can use other IDs, but this ID should appear only once. Otherwise, that's error, and you shouldn't really do it. And the class you can apply to a whole array of different elements. You don't have to apply it to the same element. You can apply the same class to div, to an image, and to a font. It may do some different things every time, but you can do it. And whenever the style can be applied, it will be applied. So why would you use different classes or different IDs, or you would style just the tags? Well, depending on which one you use, you can down the track override certain behavior. So for example, I'll show you how to override things and how strong the command would be, because some styles would be stronger than others. Okay, so let's go to our hello world. Okay, so our hello world is h1 tag. Okay, so we have the style for all h1 tags here. It's going to be 5em, and it's going to be aligned to the center. Okay, so let's go ahead and change the color also, and we're going to play around with the color. So say color will be red. Save that, go here, refresh. There we go. Color is going to be red. Now let's add a class to that hello world. Class, and we give it a class blue. Okay. Here, and let's define this class blue. I say blue. Okay, we refresh now. And now, there you go, it's blue. Okay, so you see that the class is stronger than just a tag. Okay, so class will override the tag. Okay, let's also, the same thing, let's give it an ID. ID, and we call it pink. Okay, so this ID is going to turn things into pink, or turn font into pink. So I said pink, oh sorry, ID, pink. So hash is for the ID. Pink. Let's refresh that. There we go. So ID is stronger than the class. But is there a way to override the ID as well? Oh, there is. So if we go directly and apply a style, just like we did at the very beginning, and we say color black, then that should also work just fine. So if you apply style directly in HTML, that is the strongest. And also the interesting thing is you can actually combine those values and you can override them at multiple levels. So you can be, the more specific you are, basically, the stronger your command would be. So if you in here use the style, but I can also use the container. So I can say only the IDs inside of container will have certain behavior. Okay, then I would write it like this. So say container, okay, and I say container blue will have color of gray. Okay, and that will not work because we have very strong, we have our ID that's stronger. Let's comment that out. And let's comment also our, or delete it, our style. And you will see now our font is gray. What that happens is because if you take the blue, but you make it more specific by adding class to it, the class that this is inside of, then this becomes stronger. And there is actually a way how to make it very, very strong, and how those things how you can combine different classes, IDs, etc., etc. And I will put that in the comments under this video so you can see the reference, okay? Because it's kind of complex to explain it with the screencast. Okay, so let's delete that. We kind of don't need it. And let's go back to our image. So there is something cool I want to show you with the image, or with pretty much anything. In HTML, CSS3, you can do pretty cool stuff without absolutely any JavaScript. Okay, there we go. What the hell? What's happening here? It's red. Oh yes, here. Delete that too. So we want to add some behavior to this logo. We want it to do something. Okay, maybe we want to make it when we hover over the logo, we want it to maybe get a little bit bigger. Okay, maybe rotate slightly. So we got our images. So img. Okay, you want it on hover. Okay, we want it, sorry, I don't know where this came from. We want to give it a style. And what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to give it a little bit of shadow. Okay, so yes, you don't really need to add a graphic shadow, you can add a dynamic shadow that's going to be created by your web browser. And here is the big thing. Because different browsers, they kind of render things differently. Sometimes we need to specify for which browser the style we are applying. Okay, so this time we're gonna start with WebKit and say box shadow. Okay, and we give it 2 pixels on x-axis and 2 pixels on y-axis, and we'll make a blur 5 pixels. We'll make it gray. Okay, so WebKit is the engine that some browsers use. For example, Chrome, Google Chrome, or Safari from Apple, they would use WebKit. Firefox has its own engine, and we call it by saying Moz for Mozilla box. And actually everything stays the same, so no changes there. And 5 pixels, gray. Okay, and also we have like a fallback, let's say box shadow, and give it again 2 pixels, 2 pixels, and 5 pixels. Okay, gray. Okay, so we save that and see if that works. Refresh. Yes, that works. It actually gave a little shadow when we hover over the logo. So we also want to make it bigger, so it kind of pops up from the screen. And we want to rotate a little bit so it has this nice little touch to it. So you say, again, WebKit, transform, and we have rotate for, say, 4 degrees. Okay, and also we want to scale, and in both we have to define both dimensions, so x and y. So it's 1.1 and 1.1. Let's not forget about comma. Okay, and same thing for the Mozilla, sorry, for Microsoft. Here we have to do Microsoft transform, rotates 4 degrees. Okay, and we also do it fallback, say transform, okay, and we do it like this. Okay, let's say that, and fresh page. Okay, so, oh, there we go. There is a typo for our WebKit, and because we're using Chrome, then there we go. It works now. So it kind of gets bigger and also has this nice shadow to it. Okay, but it kind of looks very sudden. So what we want to do is to make all the animations. I want all animations to be more natural, more soft. So I can actually tell my browser how long this animation, how long it takes, okay? And I'll actually define it for the whole document. So I want all animations on my document to take some time, okay? So I do it body star, so that will apply it to every single animation on my body. And I'll say WebKit, transition, say all different transitions will take, say, 0.7 seconds, and with effect will be these. Okay. and we do it for Mozilla. And we'll do it for, say, Opera. Okay, I don't know for those of you who use Opera. And we'll use also standard transition fallback. Okay, save that. And see if that changed something on our website. So first of all, you notice how nicely animated this picture is now. And also because we have some change on our buttons, look, now they kind of have this little delay. Some people may like it, some people may not. It's just for you to see how this is done. Okay, so of course you don't have to predefine, like call WebKit, Mozilla, Opera, or Microsoft browser every single time. It's for certain things. Shadow would be one of those things, or transformations would be another. There's a couple more, and we will run out into them occasionally. So that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next screencast.